Hello everybody, my name is Kimberly Lum and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about gun control in California. So in 2022 alone, there's already been 134 mass shootings in California alone, with dozens being killed and many more been injured. And there's several other thousands that have happened in the United States. The most common type of guns used in mass shootings are handguns, rifles, and shotguns. In the state of California, you must be 21 years or above to legally purchase a firearm, but many mass shootings are committed by youth or young adults. Why is that? A background check is required to purchase a firearm, but no mental health check is performed at all. California should enforce stricter restrictions and guidelines on who can purchase and obtain firearms statewide. The most common type of guns used in mass shootings in order are handguns, rifles, and then shotguns. All these guns are very easily accessible, and large capacity magazines are now legal in the state of California. Large capacity magazines are those that can generally hold 10 rounds of ammunition or more. Who needs that much ammunition? There are also guns called ghost guns. This is where people can buy parts and assemble them themselves at home, essentially bypassing any background checks or regulations on these types of guns. That means they could add silencers or any other large holding clip magazines, as we were talking about earlier. The never-ending counter-argument for strict gun control and regulations is the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Nonetheless, you would think that since there's so much violence using guns that they'd be highly regulated, but that's not the case. And although the legal age in California to purchase a firearm is 21 years and above, many mass shootings are carried out by teenagers and young adults. As we've heard, a lot of the mass shootings lately have been in schools, committed by teenagers. Unfortunately, there are many loopholes around this regulation of being 21 and older to buy a gun. A big one being a gun can be purchased for minors by their parents or guardians and gifted to those minors. And this gun is exempt from the dealer transfer requirements. There's also no limit on the number of firearms which one can own, which could lead them being easily unaccounted for, which can mean underage children in the home can get possessions of them and the parents would not know. Another horrible thing is that a lot of these guns are easily accessible to their children. They're not put away and locked away in safes as they should be. In addition to the loopholes around the purchase of firearms, there's no checking for one's mental stability. There are background checks that must be verified before one is allowed to purchase a firearm, like someone can't be a felon. Even your driver record can prevent you from buying a gun. But there's no necessary mental health check needed currently, as of 2022. There are regulations that prohibit people that have been ruled by a judge that mentally unstable or a danger to themselves or others to obtain or own a firearm. But a lot of people have undiagnosed mental illness. And then also on top of that, the waiting period for the purchase or transfer of a gun is around 10 days. This short waiting period can potentially allow someone to obtain a firearm during a mental health crisis and act on rash choices, leading to death. Mental health checks need to be implemented before one is able to purchase a gun, and rechecked every year after that to ensure mental stability hasn't changed or altered. Another solution being welfare checks, but for gun safety and storage. I think that guns should be checked at the homes where children reside and to ensure that they're stored properly and are locked away. In conclusion, we hear about a new mass shooting so frequently now that they're becoming less talked about, which should not be the case at all. I've seen in the news, they're highly publicized, and slowly it's been stopped because we're becoming desensitized to them because they're so common nowadays. There needs to be extreme regulations of firearms in California as well as the rest of the United States if we want these mass shootings to stop. We can't even go to schools, shopping centers, or concerts anymore without having the fear of being shot and possibly killed. It needs to come to an end. Just to touch up on my main points, keep in mind that the most common types of guns used in mass shootings are handguns, rifles, and shotguns, which are easily accessible and don't have many regulations regarding them. The age to purchase a firearm in California is 21, but a lot of mass shootings are carried out by teenagers and youth that are getting their hands on guns by their parents. And there's currently no mental health checks needed for being able to purchase a firearm. This all needs to change. If we're going to stop mass shootings, there needs to be a change. We need California to make stricter gun regulations and be stricter on gun control. Thank you everyone for listening. Have a good day.